Does your stomach just grumble with the force of 1,000 lions?
It's just me excited for being here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 41st episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict. Oh, we didn't even do this.
We didn't even do this last time.
My name is Benedict. You probably know me better as BHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies. That's about it these days, to be honest. Here with me, as always, is my friend, co-host, and injured buddy. We need to talk about this.
We do.
My friend Frederick needs to get his arm amputated.
It happens. Got it sprained.
Well,
in a fight.
What
in a fight.
Oh.
With
right.
you. Don't you remember? Because I knocked you out, probably.
That's how you broke the arm.
Such a powerful hit.
It just snapped in half.
I just fell off a bike. Very uncool. Wasn't even riding the bike properly.
No, that's the worst part.
Yeah, you know when you like both legs on one side of the bike, you put one on, you kind of like scooter your way.
I don't think I've ever done that. But when you said you scooted on, I thought you meant where you put, like, you're sitting on like a normal bike, but you just put both your feet on the ground.
No. Like, so you're.
Oh,
like,
you were on one side?
Yeah.
No wonder you fell.
No, have you not seen those? Like, people do it all the time.
No.
The cool kids do it.
That explains why I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
The cool kids, clearly.
And then it was late at night, and then I just fell over. And
good work.
yeah, it wasn't great. The bike broke as well.
Yeah, now he has to pay hundreds of kroners.
A lot of money.
But nothing to a podcast co-host like yourself.
Exactly.
Because this podcast is definitely monetized.
5 minutes of the pod will make up for 10 bikes.
It's good to be back.
It is. It really is.
So today, I thought we would talk about the movie Kingsman: The Secret Service in honor of The Kingsman coming out in cinemas in September.
Like,
actually,
really?
that might have moved because
I'm so not up to date.
Well, also with all the Corona stuff, everything's moved. So who knows? But it was supposed to come out in September. I hope it still does.
Is that
I'm looking forward to
Channing?
No.
The Kingsman.
It's Rafe Fiennes.
Rafe Fiennes.
Fiennes.
Oh.
It's the one in World War One.
Yeah.
We are going to talk about genuinely one of my favorite movies of all time.
I know you really.
It's not the best. Like I recognize it's not like, the greatest movie ever. But in terms of personal favorites, this is definitely up there for me. Saw this in the cinema with my dad back in 2016, or 2015, sorry. And
I'll correct myself. Sorry for my rookie mistake.
Sorry, I'm a professional here. I'm a movie critic. And it's just, it is such a. It's one of the most fun movies I think out there. It's
it really is. It doesn't take itself too seriously, especially with Samuel L. Jackson.
There we go.
Lisp, that's.
I think, occasionally.
The doctor did advise against it.
Your brain is so big, you just shouldn't even try.
But you can create a wormhole, and bad stuff will happen.
But I think it works very well as a parody of spy movies while still being an awesome spy movie. Because a lot of, I don't want to point any fingers, Mr. Johnny English, but some spy parodies.
God. Okay, can I just say, the first two Johnny English movies are up there. They're good.
I'm obviously only talking about the best one. Johnny English Strikes Again.
God, what a terrible, terrible movie.
But some of these spy parody movies, not that I've seen that, I haven't even seen Austin Powers, but like they're just parodies and they can be kind of fun in that, but that's why it wouldn't really stick with me like something like this where it's a parody, but it's also great in its own right.
Yeah.
I think that's where the best kind of parody comes from. Or,
definitely.
I had another example, but now it's too good for you actually. You wouldn't
understand, yeah.
So, in terms of cast.
The cast.
What do you think of the ensemble here?
Honestly, I really like Eggsy. He plays it well.
It was the big breakout performance for Taron.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
And now he's
Was he in anything before that?
I think he wasn't in. We have a computer here. Taron the Muggsy Edgerton.
Stage name.
I mean, he's gone on to be an excellent.
Robin Hood.
And Billionaire Boys Club.
Eddie the Eagle was such a good movie as well.
I enjoy that. He was in Legend after this. No, he was in a couple of things, but now after this he's been in more stuff. He's in
Rocket Man.
Excellent. I feel he got kind of snubbed of a nomination there for Rocket Man.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's very, very good. I think he's probably the best part of the otherwise insanely horrendous Robin Hood film.
I would argue Little John carries it. Jamie is just...
Jamie doesn't play Oh, wait. I was thinking of Jamie Dornan.
No.
There are two Jamies in that.
Oh my god. How did that movie
Too powerful.
collapse in on itself?
I mean, it obviously did.
Jamie Dornan becomes the sheriff at the end. What a movie. Anyway,
we should talk about that someday. Kingsman. Yeah, no, Taron, excellent. And I think his character could have been very...
excellent.
The mic explodes from too much power.
From pure charisma. And Colin, the Firth? Colin the Firth.
Said that right as I was drinking. That was a bad time. Colin the Firth is solid. He I don't know why. I just moved my foot up on my
leathery man.
This chair is the worst for podcasting. Anyway, Colin Firth is excellent as well. He plays I don't think anyone could play... Hugh Grant wishes he could be this gentlemanly. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I love Hugh Grant. I'm a huge Hugh Grant fan.
I was trying to think of who's the closest to the Firth. I think I just went to Bridget Jones immediately.
Honestly, Hugh Grant it's not bad. It's not bad.
But Firth.
Yes.
Excellent. And the bloody he did 80% of his own stunts, despite
really?
being an
elderly crippled old man.
Jesus, it's probably only 40 or something. No, yeah, he did 80% of his own stunts, including all the church stuff.
Calling 52.
59.
Firth.
You were killing it. I mean, to be fair, he was 54 at the time.
So. Yeah. So
come on, please. He should have done 100%. For being honest. Damn, Firth. No, that's pretty
impressive.
Will Firth. He has a son.
What? Or is it a brother? God, he looks
His
scary.
brother wouldn't be 30 years younger than him.
Could be.
That is a frightening photo of Will Firth.
God.
He looks like he wants to eat both of us before killing us.
He's gonna kill us by eating us. Look at him.
What is his face? Will.
Jesus.
I'm so sorry. Who hurt you, William Joseph Firth?
Look at this one. It's clearly the actual Firth who hurt him. God.
Firth looks so guilty about raising a son who looks like a serial killer.
God.
I'm sorry, Will Firth. It's probably just this one photo.
Also, this one down here. He's all over the place. Will Firth, what the hell is wrong with you?
He seems like a lovely lad. Actually,
I don't know. I would not be comfortable in his company.
A little bit of trivia also. I think Samuel L. Jackson, perfect in this movie. But did you know he was going to be played... Okay, I'm going to give you...
some options.
I'm going to give you three...
possible choices.
3 choices. Only one of them was true.
Okay.
It was going to be either... Let's see. Okay. Either Tom Cruise, Idris Elba, or DiCaprio were going to be playing this role. Who do you think they were considering?
DiCaprio.
Well, it was all 3. Cruise almost was playing this role. Can you imagine?
With a lisp? Or was that Samuel's idea?
I think that's probably something Samuel brought to the table. It's just part of him. All of his acting is actually getting rid of his lisp. It's very impressive.
He just let loose here.
He's just playing himself, to be honest. Actually, with his fashion sense in this movie, I feel like this was more of a Samuel performance. Like, Samuel would wear that outfit, the outfits he wears in this.
Samuel's a weird one, isn't he?
What does the L stand for in Samuel L. Jackson? Lawsuit.
Lucky. Samuel Lawsuit Jackson.
He pursued a law career before this. Jesus.
He's been in a courtroom so many times.
He's made it part of his official name.
Ironically, he was in a courtroom when he did that. That's stupid.
So dumb. And it took me a second to get it, so I was like, wait a minute.
What?
Was he?
Really? We need to figure this out.
Now, the action scenes in this movie.
It's not. Alright?
Fine. What does the L stand for in Samuel L. Jackson?
The L in Samuel L. Jackson stands for motherfucker.
Thank you, whoever wrote that. Okay, why did I write it like this? What is just Samuel L. Jackson?
Leroy Jackson.
Leroy
Jenkins? Samuel Leroy Jenkins. Who is Leroy Jenkins?
Moving on. The action scenes in this movie, phenomenal. Fun fact also, you can tell I was reading the trivia page.
I can tell.
I did a little bit of planning. Okay. Every action scene is, like, the action is in the center of the screen, so your eyes never leave the screen.
It does feel very, not like POV, but like,
it follows it around. Yeah, it's a very
strange,
unique and very, I think it works very well in this movie, but in the second movie it gets a bit... Especially when they're in that taxi, it's a bit like hard to keep, like it gives you a bit of a headache how much
Taxi.
Remember at the start they're in that taxi and the guy with the robot arm is like, Muggsy, let's go. That's the opening line of the movie.
I feel like I ought to remember, but I just don't.
Remember he pulls up. The taxi pulls up. Muggsy's like
Featuring KSI and Jamie.
Exactly. Jamie pulls up in a taxi. And then Muggsy walks out and there's the guy with the robot arm and he's like, get in the taxi. And then he gets in the taxi and then they play Prince music and then they punch each other. You remember this.
Do they then drive into a river?
Yeah. No, Muggsy then jumps into a sewer.
Into a sewer, okay.
No, they do drive into a river. Yeah.
Well, the boys are back.
Anyway, what was the point of Prince? Question mark?
Prince?
Never mind. The action. I think the action is
really good.
Great in this, and also I think Firth doing his own stunts really helps sell the.
Does Muggsy do his own stunts?
Probably not as much as Firth, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
how old and decrepit Muggsy is.
Does anyone do anything as much as Firth does?
No, but I think it's kind of everyone talks about the church fight and like the bar fight. I think the final action scene where he's running through the tunnels and stuff. That's some phenomenal stuff.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that's one of the best.
Really?
I'd say maybe when he's fighting, what's his name? Gazelle?
I'm actually not a big fan of that film.
Really?
Because it's so green screeny. It's like...
You're so green screeny. Yeah, that's
right.
The pod has been taken over.
I do like the part where he hits Jackson in the
the
chest. And then, of course, it does end with the...
It does end...
blood sex.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So I was trying to think of an eloquent way to say it, but
and you found it. I want to be delicate here. Anal.
Which is
Merlin. You're the governor.
Come on, that's a classic one.
That is. Merlin is the governor, isn't he?
Merlin was most certainly the governor in that situation. I love Merlin also. Merlin's fantastic.
Merlin's so good.
I'm actually
Mark Week.
I almost made a strong pun in my latest video. You'd be so proud
sorry.
that I didn't.
Say it now.
No, because I was gonna say, because I'm talking about like ranking DCEU villains. And you know how he's the villain in Shazam.
Oh yeah.
So I was saying like the character isn't amazing, but I'm gonna put it in good based on the strength of this performance.
I feel like
Instead, I deleted the whole video.
No one would have gotten that. You'd so have left it in.
I was searching through the comments for like 8 hours, like, please, someone say that was
that was amazing. Yo, that strong comment made me ruffle.
That strong joke?
Didn't even occur to me that you were referencing strong when you said strong joke. That's how subtle you are with your strong jokes. It's very impressive. Mark Week he really is. He's a delightful dude.
No, yeah, he seems like a fun fact also, more trivia. See, I did my research for this one. And this just shows I had another strong pun, but I f***ed it by telling you about the other one.
No, go on, say it again.
So, originally the director wanted him to have a Welsh accent, but Mark thought it was too difficult and wanted to use his Scottish accent, so due to how strong his arguments were, he managed to get that in the movie.
I don't know why you thought that last one ruined this one. This has ruined itself.
Clearly the whole thing has been ruined from the beginning. What else happens in this? I mean, there is the... We've opened on the movie and there's just a still image of
Muggsy's mom is eating his cap. This should just be the entire video. The governor. And is that Firth? Why did it look like he just came out of a freaking
shower? Like
a spa day. Oh, Eggsy.
The usual, please. Get me my wine, Eggsy. I'll put a picture of this as well.
Did you shoot that dog, Eggsy? Because if you had, you wouldn't have. My dog died of old age.
Also, the way he's just peeking out really does. Like, he's hiding behind Strong this whole time.
This is
you shoot that dog, Muggsy.
This is really Merlin featuring just Jamie. The Firth.
Anyway, the water scene. Fun fact: that was, I believe, the first day of filming, and it completely messed up, and like they all got covered in water.
I hope so. If they're in a water tank, it messed up. They got wet.
He wouldn't get wet, and Vaughn just betrayed him. No, so like all the camera crew and everything, it got flooded as well. So they did
not say that very well the first time.
No,
it was very confusing.
I suppose I didn't.
So they're in the scene where they're underwater and they got wet. I'll tell you.
Arthur, buddy, what's his name? The dude, the Batman. Jesus, my brain is fried.
Arthur.
Also, for the record, I went to sleep at like 1 o'clock.
Oh,
last
the Batman
night and
dude.
had to get up at like
me too.
7. So
Why'd you get up at 7?
What?
Why'd you get up at 7?
I don't know. I had things to do. All right.
Early bird.
That's what I do.
This guy gets the worm.
Oh my god.
But,
Arthur.
Yes.
What's his name? Jesus.
Michael Caine.
Yes.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. That's
my Michael Caine. That's my cocaine.
My dad does a really good Michael Caine impression.
I doubt it.
It just busted out randomly. Just no one asked for it. Just Michael Caine. We all leave the dinner table.
But yes, the story, honestly,
it's
we've
fun.
gotten so off track.
This is just either a list of Kingsman trivia I found on IMDb or us talking about Firth. But the story is also fun. It's like it's a goofy spy thing, but it has its own, its own stuff it brings to the table, like the action scenes and some such things. Do you like the dog shooting scene?
Where he's sitting there.
Yeah.
I do.
Just seeing Muggsy in that emotional turmoil. Really makes me happy.
And Michael Caine saying, "Shoot the dog."
It's great. Wait, let me.
Shoot her! Shoot the dog. No.
It's more like Batman.
No. Shoot the dog. Shoot her!
Muggsy's concentrating so much, he just leans into his ear. Shoot!
Muggsy gets tinnitus.
Oh, there's a part where they cut into Michael Caine's neck, and it's just like, it's a horrifying moment. Remember that?
Like when he's getting
to get his microchip out or whatever. Also, their heads blow up at the end. This is like, I need to rewatch this movie. Probably would have been smart to do that before we recorded this, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But this is the poorly planned.
It is a delightful ending where they all explode and some such.
And Muggsy gets it on.
Well, yeah, I mean...
well, yeah, that kind of goes without saying. I think Merlin just keeps perving for a little bit. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Immediately...
I don't enjoy this. As Mark Week gets weak in the knees.
Immediately after the credits, he reopens up the computer. He's like, alright, signing off.
His shirt is off. He's doing Pilates.
It's completely unrelated to Muggsy's activities. Also, Merlin is such a dumbass.
Not like that you call Eggsy's anal scene Muggsy's activities.
He just has like a to-do list. Just says Muggsy's activities.
It only says butt stuff.
We're so immature. Jesus. Anyway, Kingsman, one of my favorite movies. Could probably do an in-depth BHL Hudson.
I do feel like we
video.
could do that for any of the pods.
Yeah, Kingsman, I would give a solid. On enjoyability, I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, really?
It's like one of my faves, but as a movie on its own, probably an 11.
Directing wise, 12. No, I like it as well.
It's like a 9 or something for me.
Yeah,
it's excellent.
Because I had no idea, like, I didn't know anything about this movie when I first watched it.
No, me neither.
You know? So I was like, oh, I was pleasantly surprised.
And Papa Hudson enjoyed it.
Oh, of course. Well,
he enjoys nothing, so.
Not even my company.
I mean, that's not surprising. Thank you very much for listening. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. You can follow the pod or you can email the pod at BHLHudsonVids.
Don't even consider following it.
at gmail.com. Please subscribe.
We're in dire need of money.
Even though this pod is not monetized.
You can find me on Twitter at FDK_DaltSniper.
There it is.
You can find me on YouTube.
Sorry.
What are you?
I'm just thinking about Muggsy.
That's fair.
I often sit in my room alone, just chuckle, just Muggs.
Just Merlin, You're the Governor is playing on repeat. And you can also find me where I make such compilations on FGK Gaming, a thriving channel with a thriving personality. And you can also find me on Instagram at FDalgard.
All right, thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Boom, boom.